Shalom Rabbi Isai, we miss you here in the hallowed halls of Mevaseret. We hope to see you guys back here soon. But I want to just say one thing about the month of Sivan and the Yom Tov of Shavuos. We know there's a famous medrash, Gemara in Avodah Zarah, which says that a Kadosh Baruch Hu went over to all the nations of the world and he said to them, "Would you want to accept? I want to give you the Torah." And they all said, we know this medrash is that they said no. Every nation said no until Bnei Yisrael said yes. Na'aseh v'nishma. I want to just get into a little bit of the details of that medrash. The medrash actually says that HaKadosh Baruch Hu went over to all the nations and he said to them, "Do you want my Torah?" And he said to Edom, "Do you want the Torah?" Edom then said, "Well, what's in it?" Hashem said to them, "Well, you can't steal." They said, "Whoa, can't steal? No way, I'm out." Then Hashem went to Yishmael. He said, "Do you want my Torah?" Yishmael said, "Well, what's in it?" And Hashem said, "Well, actually, can't kidnap." "No kidnapping. No way, I'm out." Then HaKadosh Baruch Hu went to Moab, and he said, "Do you want my Torah?" They said, "What's in it?" HaKadosh Baruch Hu said, "You want to know what's in it? Actually, you can't do adultery." Like, "No adultery? What are you talking about? No way, I'm out." Then Hashem went to the Jews, and he said, "Would you want my Torah?" And they all said, "Na'aseh v'nishma, we're going to accept it." Now, it's a funny medrash, because was there really a choice that Hashem was really giving to the other nations? And even if you want to say, okay, fine, HaKadosh Baruch Hu knows the answer to everything, he knew they were going to say no. A better question. If you really wanted to give the Torah to somebody, if you want to offer somebody something, you want to have them buy into an idea, buy into a concept, don't you want to try to tell them the positives first? Hashem picked every nation, he said to them, each nation, he said to every one of them, the hardest thing that was for them, the most difficult challenge they had, he said, the most difficult thing for Moab was adultery. The biggest thing for Yishmael, their biggest Yetzer Hara was kidnapping. So you're going to tell somebody you can't do that? You want to tell a Jew, you tell somebody you want to do Kiruv, you go to Eish Torah, what are they going to tell you? How the beauty of Shabbos. Then maybe afterwards they'll tell you what you can't do, but they're going to tell you how beautiful and time and family. You're not going to tell somebody the hardest thing for them. So what's going on here? And I saw a beautiful answer, which can help us understand what Shavuos really is. Really, Hashem went over to every nation, and you know what happened? He said to them, "Do you want my Torah?" And when they said the words, "What's in it?" Hashem knew what he was going to answer them. Hashem knew what he was going to answer them. Hashem knew at that point he was going to give them the most difficult thing. Because the saying, "What's in it?" was the rejection itself. When you say to Kadosh Baruch Hu, Hashem says, "I have something for you," and you say, "Well, let's see if this works for my lifestyle. Let's see if this works for me. Let's see if I buy into the idea. So what's in it?" That's basically saying, "Hashem, I don't trust you." That's a rejection of the Torah. But when Bnei Yisrael said, "Na'aseh v'nishma," that's the only answer, that's the only possible answer. "Na'aseh v'nishma," Hashem, you're offering us something? I want it. I want a piece of that. And that was the only answer. And that was the right answer. And honestly, Jews have been struggling. This has been the struggle of the world since the times of Adam and Chava. Adam and Chava were told, "Don't eat." They were told, "Eat everything, but just don't eat this." They couldn't stay away from one thing. One thing they couldn't stay away from. The answer is because man has been struggling since the time of creation with the question of Hashem knows better. Hashem is telling what's better for us, but we have a hard time with that. We have a hard time dealing with, I'm just going to let go. I'm going to let go and let Hashem be the boss. Let Hashem knows better. The Yom Tov of Shavuos is a Kabbalah Satorah. The day of Kabbalah Satorah was Bnei Yisrael saying, "Hashem, you know better. HaKadosh Baruch Hu, you're offering me something. Your wife comes over with a present wrapped up. You're like, wait. What's in it first?" Somebody asks you, your wife says to you, "Oh, I want to give you something." Wait. I want to know what's... No, you trust. You know she has something good for you. And that's what HaKadosh Baruch Hu, that's why Na'aseh v'nishma is so chashuv. Na'aseh v'nishma is saying, Hashem, we know. We know that you know better.